So one of the things I'm going to be doing off screen is I'm going to be collecting croc tears. And I'm going to be getting the... I'm going to be getting Waste Claws and Influence. And if I can get Burn here, that'd be great. Okay, nice. We got Burn. That's actually pretty good to get on Ray at this point as well. So, not every creature in the prologue section here has a worthwhile steal, but most of them do. So, both... all three types of goos, I do want to say, have herbs that you can steal. So you should basically try and kill them with just Ray's Pilfer. That way you can build up a stockpile of herbs. Good handy little pro tip there. Because every one you steal, you don't have to purchase. And because I'm keeping Ryu dead, I'm going to do this dungeon, or section here. I'm going to do this now with Ray in the party, and he will actually... and it will actually stay cleared. We can walk through later in the game when we are going to be going through with just Tipo and Ryu. So essentially, Tipo doesn't have to solo this area. And since we've already learned the thing from the Mage Goo here, we're just going to kill it. And I'm going to put Examine. I'm going to use Examine as kind of like a pass the turn command here to sort of disable my reprisals so that I can learn the skill from the Aigu here. So Aigus have very little hit points. You can steal herbs from them just like the Mage Goos. They have two special things about them. The first is, after 10 rounds, they use a learnable skill called Snooze, which is what I'm kind of passing the turns right now to learn. And then if you blind them, they are worth significantly more experience. I currently don't have a way to blind them, but there is an enemy here that, you know, teaches that. So we'll hopefully pick that up on our way through without too much trouble. And if I don't get it before I get to the end of the dungeon, then I will, again, do that off screen. But the Aigu will use Rest every 10th turn. And it's a pretty easy skill to learn. Not Rest, Snooze. Rest is another one. Rest is the superior version, because Snooze puts you to sleep. And I'm going to kill it with Pilfer here to try and get an herb. 2 Pilfers should kill it. Didn't get it. That's fine. Got it anyway. So, ideally, I would like to have 5 or 6 herbs before we go to the mountain. So this is one of the only places in the game. There's one optional thing you need a kick for, and then there's this place to get this and some treasures. And there's one puzzle. So if you fight 2 of these guys, either kill one of them or spread out your examines. Like what I'm doing here. Like, don't examine just like one guy. Because what ends up happening is they just are they can be really stingy about, like, using blind. And I'll only give this a few more turns and then I'll just kill them. In fact, I might just go ahead and kill one of them. It should take 2 burns to kill. You know, a little stingy with the learning. Alright, we're gonna use one of these green apples here. So, again, Ray is faster than every monster in the prologue, except for the boss goblins, who he is slower than. I think they have, like, 20 agility, I want to say? How much agility does Ray have at this point? 14? Yeah. Speaking of, I forgot to put the Melted Blade on Tipo. We'll give it one more round, and then I'm gonna start killing. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start trying to kill the monster now. So, learning blind is another thing I'm going to be doing off-screen. If I don't, you know, learn it between now and then. Get a Weather Vane there that you cast the Cyclone spell, which is incidentally one of the spells you can learn from the first master. Since there's 3 goos here, we're going to have Ryu kill himself. Didn't even need it. Well, I guess he does. But he loses his turn, so... It's not the end of the world if, like an Aigu or a Goblin, like, dies. Ryu needs 10 experience points to get to level 2. And an Aigu would give you 1. So there is a little margin for error while you're doing this. But... it is something you kind of want to watch out for if you're doing the strategy to keep, you know, Ryu low level. Alright, let's see. We need to go... there's nothing up here, is there? I don't think so, yeah. We're looking for rocks with holes underneath them. That one right there is one. Alright. Gong heads don't teach you anything, but they do have vitamins. So the vitamins are... so a healing herb restores 40 and a vitamin restores 100. And they're not sold for quite a long... Well... When do they start selling them? It might be Windia, actually. I mean, getting the vitamins is not critical. The herbs are easier to get, and at this point, just as good. So, but anyway, we want to kick this, check this rock, get a vitamin. You actually can get money too, by the way, by cutting the bushes. I think you can get anywhere from like 1 to 50 zenny. Alright, we're just going to go all in on killing these guys. One at a time. Alright. So there is one encounter in here that I do actually want to show you. It is a monster called the Man Trap. It's probably the rarest encounter in this place, but it's very important that I find them because I need to steal from them. One of the masters that we get later in the game requires you have 15 unique weapons, and I need 2 of the weapons that the Man Traps have. So the reason that I need 2 of them is because shoot, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to run. We're gonna run from this. So, interesting thing about the running mechanics in this game is you actually are guaranteed to eventually run. So if you if you fail twice and then run a third time, you always succeed. I think is what basically the gist of it. But by going through here now, we can go up to the steep mountains. We don't actually have the ability to go there right now. Let's see. I am going to take a moment to heal everybody up. I'm going to run back through this area right here so we can get, hopefully, get ourselves a Man Trap so I could show you. The Man Traps are really easy to steal from. They start the battle asleep. There's one. And this could be anecdotal, but they do seem to actually have the highest... I see them the most usually as the first encounter that you get, more often than not. They are plants, they are weak to fire. And they have that annoying Devour ability, which heals them. So... I could use Burn. They also have Dream Breath, which is also annoying. Alright, we're going to hit them with a Burn. Since Ray actually learned it. I'm not too worried about my stats at this point, so I am gonna mash through the levels probably. Okay, I need to get one more of those, and I'll walk back through. And if we get it, great. If not, then we'll switch back off into off-screen mode. This is the Puff Goo. The Puff Goos are not particularly special at this point. Other than the fact that they have basically a guaranteed reprisal rate. So watch out for that. But like only in the first turn. I'm gonna use Snooze to restore some of my AP. I don't want to like stay at an inn or anything because that would reset Ryu's HP and make him harder to kill. Alright, we're gonna escape. One thing that I could be doing, which I always forget to do this, is I could put myself in a different formation. So, in the formation window here, you start with, there's 6 formations total, but you start with 3 of them. You have normal formation, which has no special effects. The three like locations each have like a 33% chance to be targeted, like a 1 in 3. Attack formation raises the point member's power by 50%, and their lowers their defense by 25%, and sets their targeting priority to 50%. So like it's position 1 has 50%, and then 2 and 3 have 25% each. Defense raises everybody's defense by 1/3 and lowers their agility. And everybody has an equal chance to be targeted. So I'm gonna have to come back and get another pointed stick. Again, I'll do that off screen. I got several things I need to do off screen. I didn't get particularly lucky. So unfortunate. I do want to show you the camp screen. This is the camp screen. So, it's a free inn, essentially, that you can save at any point and talk to your party members and kind of get them on, like, their thoughts on what's going on in the story. You can also, you have to use an item called Skill Ink to do it, but you can actually move your skills around. You can't change your masters. You can look at your masters, but you can't change your masters here, which is annoying. It's like, that's something they added in Breath of Fire 4, which is really good. You can save your game, you can stay, and it will restore your HP and AP, but it will not fix the HP down status that you get for dying. You have to go to a real inn for that. So, yeah. Let's watch the cutscene at the Ural Road, and then purchase some stuff, and I'll go take care of that stuff off screen. Did I learn Blind already? I actually don't know what skills I have. I know I have Snooze and Burn. Yeah, just Snooze and Burn. So I still need Blind. If you get the Blind skill, any goo in the game, I think. Maybe not the Titan. I'm trying to think if... I don't think the Titan goos or the Goo Kings fall into this, but most of the goos in the game, if you blind them, they give more experience. talked a bit about how, like, the ages in this game are a little... They never really go into specifics on, like, how, like, what kind of time frame the game takes place over. The closest thing we have to a time frame is the prologue happens over, like, a season. So it's currently, like, autumn. Like, fall kind of ish, and... let's see. It's currently, like, fallish, and... when you, like the second part of the intro section takes place during, like, spring. So that's, like, the closest we have. So, like, fall and winter, and then, like, half a year, maybe. And then, there's a time skip for the second half of the game. Hey, there's my waistcloth. Alright. One of my waistcloths. I need to get 2. And I can put off getting the second waistcloth later, but, you know. Yeah. I mean, I might as well get it now. So, you can actually steal something called bent swords from the goblins. They're not... oh, wait. I'd like to point out that I have, like, a couple of hundred, like, Breath of Fire bucks in my wallet at the moment. So, like, they could just go buy food. But, you know, that's that gameplay and story segregation that happens in a lot of games. My favorite example of that is in, like, in the Yakuza games. You'll play, like, whatever business minigame is in the game. And then, like, you're, like, a quadrillionaire in, like, the business universe. But it'll, like, you'll start, like the main story, and, like, your character's, like, in a gutter. He's in a gutter and just poor and destitute. Like, after you watch the cutscene where, like, it's literally, like, raining dollar bills on him because you're so successful. Yep, Ray and Tipo, professional rascals. I mean, I would like to point out that, like, Tipo is like, yeah, nobody gets hurt when we bug them, and he, like, pushes you to, like, actually, like, physically assault somebody. Again, Tipo in particular, like, reads as particularly young, like, very young. I do apologize if you just heard that. Somebody just ran outside my door there, stomping really loudly. There is a child in my house. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use these last few rock tiers here. And hopefully... while everybody's alive, let's try and get blind. I didn't get blind. Having Ryu in that first round, it does give me, like, that one extra chance to learn blind. pilfer from the goos here. When Ray gains a level, he starts one-shotting them. One of the things that you can do to kind of one of the things you can kind of do to sorry, hanging outside my door there. Caught me off guard. Hopefully everything's okay. But having Ryu alive there gives you the extra, like, attempt to learn blind, which is something we're going to need to do. And this is the point where I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to go and do all of my stuff off screen. So, wish me luck with the RNG gods for that.